Long ago, when the seas were young, a tale unfolded beneath the waves. One so old, it has drifted through the currents of time. Above the endless ocean, the world drifts in silence. But beneath these waters lies a story few have ever seen. Beneath the waves stood the Dragon King's palace, carved from coral and crystal, glowing with 1,000 pearls. A silent, majestic realm where mystery and power intertwine. Upon a bed of coral lay the Dragon Queen, her strength fading with each passing moment. No remedy was known, and the sea itself seemed to mourn her silence. The Dragon King stood watch, surrounded by power beyond measure, yet utterly helpless. Before him lay a sorrow no command could mend. Worry weighed heavily upon the Dragon King's heart. At last, he summoned the Sea Doctor, hoping wisdom might reveal what power could not. After a long wait, the Sea Doctor at last arrived at the palace gates. With him came answers long withheld by the deep. Silently, the Sea Doctor approached the Dragon Queen. His gaze was steady, as though the sea itself guided his hands. From age-worn scrolls, the Sea Doctor sought forgotten knowledge. Within them lay record of a rare and peculiar affliction. At last, the Sea Doctor spoke of the cure. Only the liver of a living monkey could restore the Dragon Queen. The Dragon King and the Sea Doctor conferred in quiet thought. At last, the king sent for the Jellyfish, deeming him the perfect one for the task. The Sea Doctor drifted away, leaving the chamber in quiet stillness. Before the king and the queen stood the Jellyfish, once a creature of bones and shell, unlike the being we know today. The Dragon King welcomed the Jellyfish with solemn words. Praise and honor flowed from the king, for the creature had been chosen for a task of great importance. The Dragon King spoke of the Dragon Queen's failing strength. His voice carried both worry and urgency, for the cure must be found. The Dragon King revealed the Sea Doctor's words to the Jellyfish. Only the liver of a living monkey could restore the Dragon Queen's fading strength. The Dragon King turned to the Jellyfish with solemn eyes. He had chosen him to undertake the task of bringing a living monkey to the palace. The Jellyfish bowed deeply, gratitude shining in his eyes. He felt honored that the Dragon King deemed him worthy of such a task. The Jellyfish accepted the task with resolve in his heart. He vowed to bring a living monkey to the palace, and to bear any punishment should he fail. With careful thought, the Jellyfish devised his plan. Then he departed the palace, setting forth on his task. The Jellyfish rose through the depths, moving toward the ocean surface. Light from above shimmered across his translucent form as he approached the world above. At last, he reached the surface and began his journey towards Monkey Island. Hope stirred within him, for he must find a living monkey to save the queen. For hours, the Jellyfish scoured the endless waters. His eyes searched tirelessly, seeking the distant shores of Monkey Island. At last, the distant shores of Monkey Island came into view. The Jellyfish quickened his pace, swimming determinedly toward it. The Jellyfish could hardly believe his luck when he saw a monkey upon the shore. With haste and hope, he swam quickly toward it. The monkey and the Jellyfish exchanged greetings, cautious but curious. The Jellyfish spoke of the Dragon Palace beneath the waves, a magical place of wonders and treasures, with reverent awe. The monkey listened with curiosity as the Jellyfish settled beside him. With gentle words, he invited the monkey to visit the magical Dragon Palace beneath the waves. The Jellyfish offered the monkey a ride to the Dragon Palace and back, should he choose to visit. The monkey agreed and jumped upon the Jellyfish's shell, and together they set off toward the magical palace. After they had traveled some distance and the shore was far behind, the Jellyfish could no longer keep the secret. Pride swelled within him, for he reveled in how cleverly he had deceived the monkey. At last, the Jellyfish revealed the truth behind his invitation. To save the Dragon Queen, the monkey's liver was needed, and for that, the monkey must die. Hearing this, sorrow filled the monkey's heart. He sat in silence, grief and fear clouding his eyes. The monkey regretted having trusted the jellyfish blindly. A hard lesson had been learned, etched deep within his heart. The monkey's sorrow turned to thought. As he pondered a way to save himself, cunning and courage stirred within him, ready to meet the peril ahead. The monkey devised a clever plan in his mind. He feigned surprise, claiming that monkeys leave their rivers upon the trees they live in, and persuaded the jellyfish to return to Monkey Island. The monkey's clever words had worked, and the jellyfish was convinced. Together, they began the journey back toward Monkey Island, unaware of the trick unfolding beneath the waves. Soon they reached to the shores of Monkey Island. As the shore drew near, the monkey readied himself. With a mighty leap, he sprang from the jellyfish's shell onto solid ground. The monkey turned to the jellyfish with a sly glance. He revealed that it was a trick, and he had returned safely to the shore. The monkey spoke with quiet wisdom. He had learned a lesson, never to trust strangers blindly. The monkey warned the jellyfish never to return to Monkey Island, then vanished into the island's dense foliage. Sad and dejected, the jellyfish swam back into the endless ocean, alone. The jellyfish began the long journey back to the Dragon Palace. Along the way, he pondered what punishment awaited him for his deeds. Weary and defeated, the jellyfish finally reached the doors of the Dragon Palace. His strength waned, and a heavy silence greeted him within the grand halls. His thoughts were heavy, not with the delay of the queen's recovery, but with fear of the punishment the king would surely impose. The jellyfish spoke of his failure, recounting every detail to the Dragon King. Each word carried the weight of truth and regret, echoing through the grand halls. In the Dragon Queen's chamber, the king relayed the jellyfish's failure to the sea doctor. He asked, with a heavy heart, if any other cure might still save her. With a solemn gaze, the sea doctor confessed to the Dragon King. Regretfully, he revealed that no other cure could save the Dragon Queen. Sadness weighed upon the Dragon King, yet fury burned within him toward the jellyfish. He steeled himself, ready to pronounce the punishment for the creature's failure. With a voice like roaring thunder, the Dragon King pronounced his curse. From that day forth, the jellyfish would have no bones, no shell, and no face. The jellyfish bowed in sorrow, pleading for forgiveness. Yet, the Dragon King's resolve was firm, and the curse could not be undone. The curse began to take hold, and the jellyfish's shell started to crack. A transformation had begun, one that would change him forever. The curse deepened, and the jellyfish's shell shattered completely. His humanoid arms and legs vanished, replaced by flowing tentacles, his face erased, and his body transformed into a delicate, translucent form. With the transformation complete, the Dragon King stripped the jellyfish of all magic. Banished from the palace and the realm, he was left to wander the seas alone. Trickery and deceit lead only to misfortune, and pride blinds even the cleverest of hearts. The jellyfish, proud of his cunning and foolish in his ways, paid dearly for his deeds. In his arrogance, he brought upon himself a fate from which there was no escape. And so, through pride and folly, the creature was transformed into the jellyfish we know today, drifting silently through the seas, a living memory of lessons long past.